I'm actually very grateful to have joining us on the show right now is Nandita Das. She needs no introduction. She is actually traveling en route in the US and she joins us. I'm very grateful. I know we barely made it, and we have Nandita Das on today because she has directed and made a film called Zwigato, which basically gives us a reality check on, actually let me just ask you, Nandita Das, if you can just tell us a little bit about why you made this film, what led you to make this film, and what is it really about?
Thanks, Sarah. Yes, we just about made it. This film was really born during the pandemic. You know, during COVID, we were at home. This whole stay home, stay safe became our mantra. And we saw all around us, there were so many people who were vulnerable, trying to go back home. And the gig economy suddenly seemed like a boon, both for those who were jobless and also for us, because it made it so convenient for us to be sitting at home and ordering things.
Yeah.
And they are not really employees; they are called partners. So they are literally on their own with their device, both sort of metaphorically and literally, left to their devices. And it just seemed like a fascinating thing, because every time there would be an order, and even if they are 2 minutes late, they would apologize so profusely. And there was a sense of anxiety that one could feel.
Yeah.
And that's when I thought that it would be interesting. And my friend and publisher Sameer Patil and I sort of discussed about this idea. And we were going to do a short film. And then we took it to Applause Entertainment. And Sameer and I thought that it would make it for a feature film, and I started digging deeper into it, and there were so many things that came up because I chatted a lot with various writers, both in Mumbai and
what did your
Bhubaneswar.
research into the film show you about this industry?
I mean, nothing, there is duality in everything. Of course, there were also people who felt that this was saving their time during the pandemic. It gave them employment. Some did it as a stopgap, saying, "Thode din karunga, uske baad to proper naukri mili jayegi." But if you sort of talk to them deeper, you started realizing that there was a lot of anxiety, lot of fear. There was a pressure of time. I mean, the reason we are talking today is that, like 10 minutes or even 20 minutes, like that, I don't want to name the companies because it's not about any particular company.
Yes.
But the point is that there are many companies who have gotten into this, and instead of only blaming the companies, I think we should also blame ourselves. We are complicit as consumers, that what is it about us that we want everything at the click of a finger, and had we not wanted it, I think the companies wouldn't think of this smart plan of giving
we do give the ratings at the end of the day,
our beck and call. So I think,
Nandita Das, there's a line
and sometimes we don't, or we think that we are sorry.
No, that's what I meant. Like, we are the ones who give the ratings, so we're also responsible. But in the film, there's a line that says, "Koi story thodi na hai, life dikha rahe hain." There's no plot.
Actually, this is not a line in the film. It's on YouTube. Many of the riders said that when they saw the trailer or the film.
So the film follows an ex-factory floor manager who's laid off. He's forced to take up this gig work, and especially after the pandemic, as you said, all too common. How does this protagonist resemble the gig workers of India today?
I mean, there were many who said that this totally replicated their lives, I mean, it is a story at the end of the day. I was very tempted to put in many different things as part of it. For instance, like we often think that if they have a t-shirt and a bag, the company must be paying for it because it's good marketing, it brings in a certain similarity in everyone, etc. But, they have to buy it. Or if they go out of their zone, there are many companies who send them far away, but to come back to their zone, the fuel is not paid, etc. There were many things that I wanted to include, but this is not a manual on it. This is more a story. But we also had some gig worker riders in Bhubaneswar who were part of the film. So the riders actually played themselves as well, and many of them said that this is totally, you can see the YouTube comments, they all say that it's very, very close to their life.
Nandita Das, thank you so much, both for making the film and for joining us, taking out the time for joining us on Be The People.